Hello, my loves. Welcome back to another episode of Do It Scared. I hope you can hear me. I am just filming on my phone. I've never done this before, so we'll see. I wanted to make an episode about my fear of filming in public. I feel really uncomfortable filming myself in public. I feel like people are judging me, so that fear of judgment is coming back up, and I'm worried that I'm going to see somebody who maybe knows me. Oh, there's a squirrel. Who maybe knows me and is like, what is Abby doing? But I'm filming a YouTube video for my YouTube channel, which is really important to me, so that's something that I shouldn't care about, that I shouldn't be worried about, that I shouldn't try and hide from the public. There's no reason for me to do that. And right now there's a man and he's coming and I feel awkward and I want to turn the camera off, but I'm not going to, because this is important to me, and if it doesn't matter to me, why should it matter if it matters to him? So I think it's really important going forward to start putting yourself in like really uncomfortable positions in order to move forward, because that's the only way. Hola. And I think, like, for myself, overcoming that fear of judgment is absolutely vital in my success as a YouTuber, whatever I'm doing here, because there are going to be people that don't like me. I know that. I know there already are people that don't like me, even before I started a YouTube channel. So imagine now I'm opening up to... This feels hard. I'm opening up to an even bigger world of judgment, because the internet is forever, as they say. And there's so many people all over the world that can see these videos and may hate them, like them, love them, hate me, like me, love me. And I have to be okay with whatever. A lot of my fear of judgment comes from, what if I show up as myself, as who I am, who I'm born to be, who I feel comfortable in when I'm alone? What if I show up as her in public and people think I'm weird? Well, I am weird, so judgment correct. And that's something that our human minds need to get over, is we are all unique and we are all different, and pretending to be somebody you're not is never going to lead you in a direction that you're meant to be in. And I'm trying to find my community of people who are like me, because I felt so out of place my whole life, and I've never really been a partier, never really been a drinker, never done drugs, and I worked in the restaurant industry, so I was always like the odd one out. And I love being at home, I love reading. Isolation is for a purpose, and I know that there's been, sorry for my breath, you guys, this hill, I picked the worst spot to record, but this is really the only one where there isn't a ton of cars. Isolation is for a purpose. You know, God sets us apart because we're different, because he doesn't want us to conform to what is considered normal and what society deems is cool or acceptable. And I think I'm finally at a place at almost 32 years old that I don't care if people think I'm cool or not. I'm pretty not cool, and I love who I am. I love all the knowledge that I have. Oh my god, this hill. I love all the knowledge that I have. I love who I've fought to become, and I'm not gonna hide her. And I know there's a lot of people that can relate to that. Who you are is amazing, and the people that don't like that are just not your people. And that's okay. There's like 8 billion of us on this planet. Not all 8 billion is gonna like you. I don't have to shapeshift into a human being that they like. They can just move about their day, and so can I. So stop dimming your light. You are the way that you are for a reason, and there's nothing wrong with that. Holy smokes. Don't move to Costa Rica. Just kidding, do it, it's beautiful. But if you're in a place in your life where you're feeling like nobody sees you, you're feeling like alone, and you feel weird when you're out in public spaces, like people just don't get you, or you're the friend that people get but you're not the friend that's invited. That happens a lot of the time. So, ciao. So remember that there's nothing wrong with you, and you don't need to change yourself. The only thing that you need to do is become more of who you are. Oh, the last time I make a video like this, stop for a second. At the end of one really big hill, I'm about to start another. My heart is beating out of my chest. So if you feel uncomfortable in the person that you are, there's no other way to improve that than embracing the uncomfortable. Because if you hide who you are, you're still going to be uncomfortable because your soul knows that you are not behaving in a way that's true to you. And for me, for doing this for many years, that's worse. That uncomfortability is worse to sit with than it is to just be yourself and not be liked. And eventually there are going to be people on the path that respect you for who you are, and that's really what we're here for, is to find our tribe by being who we are. I know for myself, it's always been a little bit hard to be me because I feel so like unearthly. I feel like I don't belong here, and along with all of the like ascension symptoms that can happen, and people feel like really crazy because of all the energy that's going on, there is sensitive people on this planet like myself who feel all of this really intense energy coming in, and we're even more sensitive to that energy. I know that when I'm really going through it, my boyfriend seems completely fine and the general population seems to be okay, but then there's me and a few tribe members that I've found that like are down in the dirt when the energy rises, and that's because we are sensitive. So understanding yourself and embracing who you really are is going to help you shine even brighter. Stop dimming your light, stop making yourself smaller. You deserve to be the fullness of who you are, regardless of if you're liked or not. And one day, when you stop caring what other people think, you're going to realize that you finally found the people who absolutely love you and who absolutely love who you are. So keep going in uncovering who you are, because it's taken me a long time. It's taken me 32 years to even understand a little bit about myself. Hola, buen dia. A little bit about myself, and I think that isolation period was so important for me, because without it, I would not know who I am, because before I was just suppressing and numbing myself. So when I spend time alone and I finally figure out like who I am, oh goodness. I hate filming outside. I'm just kidding. This happens to me even if I'm not filming. Thank you, sir, for calling me beautiful. Oh, I lost my train of thought. Dang it, sir. The isolation period was necessary because when I am alone, I feel the most myself. I'm like that goofy, silly, emotional weirdo, and I love her. And the next phase of not worrying about other people's judgment and getting over that fear is being her out in public, which I'm really trying to do now. And I feel when I watch back on these videos, I can really feel myself and see myself come alive. So although I had resistance to making a YouTube channel, and even now, like, I feel a bit silly doing it. I feel like there's so many limiting beliefs coming up, and I feel a little bit silly, but that's okay, because I'm watching back on those videos and I can see that spark coming back into me, and how much more alive I feel and how much more myself I feel. And if that's the whole point of my YouTube journey, that is success. So if you're starting a YouTube journey, if you're starting something, my best advice is be yourself. And film yourself in public. It doesn't matter if you look weird.